Oh boy, what's up guys? Welcome to DigiDaily. I don't know where I was going with that one. Another episode, another day, same stuff. No Mega Monday yesterday. Why? Because I was tired. I had to get up early today, and I filmed something, but I don't know. I just didn't have the time to edit it and get it out on time, and I'm tired of Mega Monday not happening on Mondays. So I just need to plan more ahead. I don't know. Mondays is like the worst day to have another type of show on top of this show, but I can't move it because Mega Monday is such an interesting and like it's just a smart name. Why am I talking about another show on this show? That's no big deal. I'm pretty sure a lot of you who are watching this don't even care. So let's move on to DigiDaily, the show you're watching right now, am I right? So, GinRyumon, he is still alive. Gotcha. He's doing well. Just been taking care of him, you know, feeding him, cleaning up his poop. He hasn't gotten in any fights. I don't want to fight with him. Just want to keep him safe. I want to keep him a safe boy. Let's get into this. So if you're looking at the screen, you're wondering, who's that? I tell you who it is, dang it. It's Guilmon X. He doesn't look very different from normal Guilmon. Shut up. He's an X anybody Digimon, dang it. Yeah, his sprite is pretty much the same as the one from the D arc. I don't know why I had a brain fart there. I think it's the same sprite, to be honest. I could be wrong. I don't feel like getting my D arc to go compare. But he looks really similar. So I trained him, but not a lot because I wanted to get I want to show off the Guilmon line. I don't know if we'll be able to get Guilmon X in here, and that's because if I go, wait, no, here's one thing that confused me. You can actually scroll back and forth by using these two buttons on the screen, which confused the heck out of me yesterday. I don't know if you noticed, but like I kind of paused because I was like pressing this button, but it was going this way, and I was like, what the heck? This little egg here actually means something. That's the generation we're on. So we're on the first generation. This is the first generation egg. When a Digimon fully dies and it becomes like the, do you see the computer screen? It's dead. You have to restart from the get-go. However, you have a chance of like reviving it, and I believe when it revives, it goes back to the baby form, but it is like another generation, and that's how you unlock like different evolutions. Certain evolutions are locked behind generations. Like certain evolutions you can only get if you're on the third generation. So this is only the first generation, so I don't think I'm going to be able to show off anything super duper cool, but I still think we can get to the mega level, if that makes any sense. There's also something with these letters. There's two types of Digimon you can get: normal, artificial, and there's a third type. Oh god, what's the third type again? Normal, artificial, and I totally did not just look over and check Files Island. I know what I'm talking about. Normal, artificial, and wild. Each type has a different Xi rating, the rating up here, and it has different like pros and cons. So that's another thing that kind of works itself into the Pendulum X / D Cyber. I don't know why they had decided to add that, but they did. It's just another kind of like weird multiplier. So if your Digimon's wild, it has a low Xi rating, it's weak, and it's also kind of like disobedient. Normal type has a medium Xi rating, normal obedience, and average strength. Artificial has a high Xi rating, is strong, and obedient. So he's going to be obedient, he's going to be strong, and he has a high Xi rating. I don't remember how Xi ratings factor into each Digimon. I believe it's a way to measure strength, but I cannot remember. So I'm sorry about that. But the X level, that would be, I believe, the Xi rating. Or maybe I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong. Oh, yeah. So, we got some meat M's. I fed him one. I'm gonna feed him all three of these to see what happens. So let's feed him. So here's the thing about the special items you get. You only get them in the quest mode, from what I remember. I don't think there's any other way to get them. You have to do it. You have to go into the quest mode and get them. So that's one thing. Two, if your Digimon has, I think it's the X level. If the X level is low, or if he's not, if he's like hungry, like maxed, he won't eat the item. He'll refuse the item. If your Digimon refuses the item that you try to feed it to it, it's gone forever. So you gotta be careful, and you gotta make sure that you can give your Digimon the item, make sure its X level is high, and make sure that it is hungry. It's not like, it's not gonna get overfed. Because if it refuses the item, it doesn't go back to you, into your inventory, it just goes away, period, and you're never gonna get it again. And that sucks. So I fed him 3 meat M's. I'm not really gonna go with a guide on this one because I took a peek at one just to make sure if I knew what I was doing, just to make sure to see the requirements. So I want to make sure I hit those. Just like the basic requirements. But I did look at some of the evolution lines. It seems like some of them are actually, most of them are actually locked behind like the whole generational thing. I don't know if that is actually a factor in the D-Cyber, or if they took that out of the D-Cyber, but it definitely is a factor in the Pendulum X. And these two are almost the same device. This just has slight differences. So I don't know if the whole generational thing was taken or omitted from the D-Cyber, but we will find out. But for now, I'm just going to feed it, like, you know, random items and see what happens. I mean, if you guys want to suggest, if I get an item, you guys want to suggest me feeding it to the Digimon, I'll go ahead and do that. But I do want to kind of do, like, a blind run. Let's just kind of see where we get. I don't want to, like, follow a guide and do all that stuff. I do want to see where this goes, because I'm not too sure where it's going to go, to be quite honest. So, before we go, let us show off some more of the quest mode, because there's more stuff I can tell you about. So I'm not going to continue, because if you don't continue, it's kind of like the Coliseum mode in here. You'll keep fighting those kind of lower level Digimon, so it helps you raise up that win ratio, just in case you don't want to connect it to another device. Don't worry guys, we'll be connecting this to other devices, just not today. I want to show off more of the quest mode. Okay, so quest mode. What do I want to tell you about that? It's 100 steps. There's 100 spots on the board, and when you reset it, you go back to, you know, the first spot. I originally said, like, oh, that's as much you can do in one day. That's not true. When you hit the end, you just kind of have the option to restart, which you should, because I think when you hit the end, that's it. I don't think it gives you an option to not restart, but we'll find that out when we get to, like, the mega level. Because you saw what happened when I got too far last time. I died because the Digimon was too strong. So let's shake it, and it's really hard to see. I gotta, like, kind of do that. Even then, alright, it was a 6. Even then, it kind of, like, the way it flickers, the camera picks it up as, like, flickering. It doesn't pick it up as, like, a solid thing. Alright, we're fighting him. Let's go. So the best count that I've found so far is around the 20s. When we're on the 20s, yeah, wow, holy crap, that's a 7. Watch this. I believe this is called the Terra hit, and that's just like all supers. It's not even, it's just gonna like kill him immediately. Alright, that is dope. I'm really happy I got to show you that. That was a 7. That was like all of these lit up. The camera kind of picked it up, but it was like really flickery and stuff. But yeah, it lit up all these. So that's something I've noticed. Let me talk about the count. So, in this one, the count isn't the most important thing. The count is important. You know, if you have a low count, it's not gonna do as well as a higher count. But the most important thing is the dice roll. The dice roll is the real kicker there, because if you have like a high count, like if I had a 23 count, which I've found so far to be the most optimal count, if I have that much and I roll anything lower than a 3 or lower really, it's not going to help my shots. My shots are still going to be pretty weak. Anything higher than 3, then it starts being good. 5 and higher is where you want to be at, because I believe 6 and 7 all your hits are like Terra hits. All your hits are super hits except for like one, and if you're a 7, it's all super hits. So that's something that you have to be careful with, and it kind of sucks because that like if you have like a really good account but a really bad roll, it can completely screw you over. So it's kind of cool on one hand because it's like, ooh, you know, a little bit of a spice in the mix. But then on the other hand, it's like it could totally just like ruin something and like mess it up. So it's like, it's not like the pendulum, where the pendulum, it's just the count. The count is what really sends you over the edge and can really make your Digimon even stronger and have a higher chance of winning. Whereas this one, it's the count plus your dice roll. So yeah. Also, I don't know if you noticed, in this mode, I'm going to do just a normal training to show you guys this off. In the normal, well, in fighting, there's a lot more shot types. So there are the tiny shots. Let me look. Let's see what we got. 5. See? Whenever it's around the 20s, I feel like you get a better roll. So maybe there is a little bit of influence put in there. So yeah. So there's the 3 shot. There's a single shot. So there's a single shot, a double shot, a triple shot, and then there's the big shot. And that's, I think, all the shots that you can have in this one. I know that in the Ultimate D-Saber / Pendulum X version 3, there is, there's a shot that you can get where you just apparently shoot out a gigantic, just like, wave, and it's just like an insta-kill. I don't think that's in this one, though. There's also like this burst evolution kind of thing. Whoops. There's also this burst evolution thing that's in the version 3 of the D-Saber. I mean, I keep mixing them up. I'm so sorry, guys. The version 3 of the Pendulum. The version 3 of the Pendulum has a different color LED in the middle. It can glow green or orange. But on the D-Saber Ultimate, they didn't change. Like, this middle one doesn't change. It's just like the way they light up that signifies it. But yeah, that's that whole thing with the blast evolution and all that stuff. That's only in the D-Saber Ultimate, and I don't think I've ever seen a D-Saber Ultimate like on eBay or anything. They're quite rare from what I have experienced. Even rarer than version 1 D-Sabers, because version 1 D-Sabers I barely see. Version 3 D-Sabers I never see, like, ever. I don't think I've ever seen one being sold. So I think that's going to be it for the day. Don't want this episode to be too long. Tomorrow we'll start connecting this to other things and seeing who's the strongest, Guilmon X or Guilmon from the D Arc Ultimate. That'll be pretty fun. And then we'll connect it to some other stuff. Maybe I'll connect it to this. I just don't want to like win against GinRyumon and then like him die. That would suck. So that's why I don't want to fight these two at the moment, because you know he's getting old. But I'll have him fight against some other stuff. I'll have him fight against the Digimon Neo too, because I know this can definitely connect to the Digimon Neo Pendulum. Nothing else can, apparently, though, which is the weirdest thing to me. I just don't know why they did it like that. But that's going to be all for today. Thank you very much for watching. This episode's going to be out a little bit earlier than normal, and I think that's good. I like that. Before, I used to not like recording too early because my Digimon would like to evolve in the afternoon, and I feel like it would give me less to talk about. But Guilmon, he evolved sometime this morning. I woke up and he was already evolved. So I don't know when they wake up. I woke up at what time? I woke up at like 8:30 today, and he was up. So he might wake up at 7 or 6. Hopefully 7. I think 7 is when he wakes up most likely. But yeah, he was already evolved, and that's something I do want to catch on camera. Last night, Fufumon evolved, and it was like super cool. I completely forgot that they actually like have a whole animation for when they evolve. Like he'll like scream, not scream like you know, he'll like power up. Plays like a song, the screen kind of like goes dark, he goes what, his, you know, sprite becomes white, and then it like flashes, and then it comes back up, and then he's evolved. It's actually pretty cool. I want to get it on camera. So yeah, I guess I'll just like keep this not this rolling, but I'll keep this kind of I mean, I already have my setup already here, when it happens, I gotta like run up here, like hit record, and like, oh guys, look at it. So hopefully I'll be able to catch it on camera. It seems like they normally, I don't know, because Fufumon evolved sometime last night, but then Guilmon, you know, just came out of the blue. I don't know where he came from. I don't know when he evolved, so probably sometime this morning. So I don't know if evolution is going to be in the morning or in the late afternoon. I really don't know. But yeah. Peace.